The International Paper Community, or IPC, is an intergovernmental organization comprising of leading paper producing countries. It includes India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam as permanent members. The International Paper Community is based in Indonesia. Functions of IPC include coordination on technical and economic aspects of production, including research on development of new varieties with desirable yield and quality parameters, and pest and disease resistance, sustainable crop management, and mitigation of climate change related issues are considered as a major aspect of technical matters.
IPC closely monitors the global supply and demand of paper production, and it brings solutions for price fluctuations, and it is engaged in continuous collection of statistical data on paper industry. IPC is closely working with international trade organizations of producing and consuming countries. It is engaged in updating the quality standards to secure the consumer as well as the producer. And it is also focusing on relaxation of trade barriers and other obstacles related to international paper trade. International Paper Community holds regular sessions and meetings in every year, which is hosted by an IPC member country on rotation basis.
The 45th session and meetings of International Paper Community are going to be held here in Sri Lanka. This prestigious event is going to be hosted by Department of Export Agriculture and Minister of Primary Industries. This event is being hosted by the member countries on rotation basis. Sri Lanka is going to host this event for the 4th time. Let's see what's happening inside there. The inaugural ceremony of IPC was graced by His Excellency the President of Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, Honorable Maithripala Sirisena, and Minister of Primary Industries, Honorable Daya Gamage. The Secretary of the Primary Industries and Chairman of IPC, Mr. Bandula Wickramaarachi, Director General of Department of Export Agriculture and Head of Delegates of IPC, Dr. M. A.P.K. Senivaratna, Additional Director General, Dr. A.P. Hinkenda, Executive Director of IPC, Mrs. Huan Thi Lien, and many distinguished guests attended the occasion.
It was also attended by cultivators, researchers, government officers, traders, exporters, importers, representing many countries around the world. The inaugural session held in a grand way with cultural events. The IPC exhibition was declared open by the Honorable President. There were many local and foreign exhibitors representing world-renowned trade companies.
The business session held successfully with the participation of exporters, importers and traders representing many countries around the world. The Dinner Paper Night 2017 was co-sponsored by the Ministry of Primary Industries and the Department of Export Agriculture. All were entertained by glamorous Sri Lankan cultural events.
The purpose of this meeting is to study, identify, and evolve solutions for problems faced by the pepper industry in the areas of production, processing, marketing, and product development. Research papers were presented highlighting the new technologies and practices followed by the member countries. Discussions were also held on pepper production, consumption, imports, exports, stock carryover from last year, estimates for the current year, and projection for the coming year. The dinner was sponsored by the Spice Council Sri Lanka. Awesome cultural events made the event more colorful.
This meeting brought producers, exporters, importers, traders and grinders on one platform. At this meeting, various topics were brought into focus, such as supply and demand of each producing and consuming countries, quality improvement and quality control, possible use of technology in improving quality of pepper and exchanging information.
Recommendations and action taken in respect of the 45th plenary session were reviewed at this meeting. The chairmanship was handed over from Sri Lanka to the head of delegate of Malaysia, that is next hosting country. The dinner was sponsored by the International Pepper Community. The band brought the entertainment to the climax with their toe-tapping music.
Being your friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. 'Cause I'm on my way. Mighty glad you say.
The destination of the field trip was the spellbinding hill city Nuwara, also known as Little England. The first stop was at the Mid-Country Perennial Crop Research Centre, situated at Dalpitia on the way to Nuwara. This gave them a great opportunity to explore Sri Lankan spice cultivation and to witness a sustainable mixed crop model with spice crops, fruit trees and other perennials.
One of the main attractions was to see experienced cinnamon peelers at work, and it also gave them some remarkable practical experience too. They got the opportunity to purchase and taste exotic Ceylon tea and see the processing process of tea at the tea factory, which dates back to British occupation of ancient Ceylon. The trip to Nuwara is packed with ideal locations with panoramic view of cascading waterfalls and most enchanting landscapes. At this location, there were antiques portraying skilled Sri Lankan craftsmanship. Lunch was a remarkable culinary experience. It was prepared at the Golf Course Hotel, located at a serene hilltop with breathtaking scenery. A stroll along the lanes in Nuwara Park brought much relaxation to all. This was the end of the journey. The Executive Director of International Pepper Community, Mrs. Huang Tilian, commented on the event.
Today is the last day of the International Pepper Community Conference. Normally it ends with a field tour. We have come to Nuwara, also known as Little England. We can feel the cool breeze here today. November is a cold month usually, so I'm inviting you to tell something about Noor area in Sri Lanka and in your experience in Sri Lanka.
So we start up with the research center, mid-country research center, and then we go to visit the tea factory, and then we go to, after having lunch at a very beautiful places, we stop at the park. So the visits give us more, more evidence and more support from the host countries that Sri Lanka has given the very generous hospitality to all the delegates, especially the IPC staff and then member countries. The feeling I have when I enjoy the visits, I see the country is very, very beautiful, the people here are very friendly, the environment here is so perfect, and then we feel the life of the people, and then the nature is very close.
Thank you very much. I wish you a safe journey back to Vietnam. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The 45th session and meetings of International Paper Community hosted by Sri Lanka was concluded successfully with the prime objective of paving the way to develop and cherish the world paper industry.